Yeah, so welcome everybody, and it's lovely to have you here tonight. And I have a little quote for us today, and this is beautiful from Wangari Maathai, who's a Kenyan social, environmental, and political activist, and the first African woman to win the Nobel Prize. So she's got to be pretty smart. And this is just beautiful. And if you're feeling a little bit kind of out of sorts at all recently, then this feels very good because it's about trees and rootedness. A tree has roots in the soil, yet reaches to the sky. It tells us that in order to aspire, we need to be grounded, and that no matter how high we go, it is from our roots that we draw sustenance. So this is a very grounding practice today. And let me just start properly with the bell. And you'll know it's the end because the bell will ring as well. So we begin and end with the bell. I'm going to do some lying down and some moving. And then we're going to do some more lying down. What could be better? So we're starting lying down. And we probably won't go any more higher than sitting. So here we are on the ground. Let's just have a little wriggle on the ground. And then we're just going to hug the knees to the chest and have a little rock and roll. Just easing out the lower back. If you've been doing a lot of sitting today, then this is going to be just the ticket. Even just getting on the ground, lying your back on the ground is going to be grounding, literally. You know, we're bringing ourselves into an embodied space, equalizing the head with the body. And having the support of the ground and feeling the ground with the whole at the back of our body. Let's just take a circle with those knees. So inhaling, taking the knees away from you, extending the arms, exhaling, drawing the knees into the body. Inhaling and exhaling, drawing a nice big circle, keeping the head on the ground, keeping that support, and just enjoying this feeling. It should feel enjoyable. I hope it is for you. Let's change direction. If you want to, you can even take the hands away. If you want to make a bigger circle, if you feel there's parts of your back or back of the pelvis that you feel you can get into more by letting go the knees because they're a bit further away, then you can do that, or you can just continue holding onto the knees. But continue with that breath, inhaling as you take the knees away, exhaling as you draw the knees in. And then we'll just hug the knees again. Good. Keep the knees up on the chest and take the arms out to the side. We're going to do a lying twist. So inhaling through the nostrils. As you exhale, let the knees fall slowly down to the left and the head goes over to the right. So we're in a lying twist, simple lying twist. And try and let the legs go. Try not to make sure they're not high, they're not kind of floating. It doesn't matter if they start straightening out. It really doesn't matter. If it feels calming for you, you can rest the left hand on the outside of that knee if that feels more grounding. But you don't need to press that knee on the ground. Sometimes that feels good. Otherwise, just resting the hand on the ground and looking as far as you can down that right arm. Keep breathing deeply. In through the nostrils, out through the nostrils. Long exhale. Just feel that release you're getting in the spine. When we release tension, then energy can move and flow. It's natural. So now we inhale, lift the knees back up to center, lift the head up to center. Notice how that feels, one side. Now we're going to level it up, breathing in. On the exhale, lowering the knees down to the right and taking the head over to the left, looking down the left arm. And just resting in this twist, letting the legs relax down to the right and breathing deeply into the nostrils and out through the nostrils, long and slow, out through the nostrils. Let go everything. Releasing, really focusing on the release, the end of the out breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Use the next inhale to lift the knees to center, lift the head to center. Give the knees another squeeze. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. Let's slide the legs away and give ourselves a full extension. So extending the arms above the head and pointing the toes, bring the legs together. Just feel that stretch, particularly in the abdominals. Oh, just give yourself a nice expanded. Breathing in, pointing the toes, breathing out, pushing the heels away. Breathing in, point the toes. Breathing out, pushing the heels away. Keep extending the fingers away. Just feeling that, noticing where is it impacting in the body. You can feel it very clearly in the ankles, in the front of the foot as well as you point the toe, maybe feeling it into the calves, into the thighs, probably into the back as well. We're making this very strong movement, but supported by the breath. Good. And then just let the arms rest. Just let the legs rock and roll side to side a little bit, just to loosen them up. The arms are rested on the ground, so they might need to be a bit wider and with the elbows bent. There you go. Inhaling. And as you exhale through the nostrils, lifting the arms up through space, the arms are extended and the elbows are straight. And at the end of that out breath, the hands reach the ground either side of the body. And we're just moving so slowly, inhaling slowly and smoothly. More important that it's even. It could be faster than me or slower. As long as it's steady, the movement is steady and even. Exhaling, the arms reach the ground. So we're just moving mindfully. You can even close your eyes if you want to. And the mind is fully focused on keeping the movement of the arms coordinated with the breath, not the other way around. The breath is in charge for a change. The breath is dictating this. So we were trying to make the breath an even, steady flow in and out through the nostrils. And also notice that little pause at the end of the inhale, and the arms just rest on the ground. It's not holding, it's just a kind of moment. And then the exhale begins, and the arms are moving slowly and steadily through space in time with the breath. And then noticing that little tiny moment of suspension, pause, as the arms rest on the ground, the end of the out breath. So you don't need to force that little moment, that pause. Just feel it. Just notice that tiny moment where you're neither breathing in nor breathing out, but you're not holding, and then the out breath naturally wants to begin. So it ends up being this sort of steady flow. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, hopefully maybe even slowing down. Through doing this, you might be finding that everything's slowing down and landing. Particularly the mind, which is what we're always dealing with. When we're moving the body, whatever we're doing, we think it's body work, it's actually always mind work, because mind tends to kind of rule the roost there somewhat. Now we're going to change this a little bit. So we're going to start here, but we're going to have a little bit of a sequence. So inhaling, the arms are still coming up. Inhaling, let the arms rest on the ground now. And as you exhale, press the back into the ground, draw the knees up into the chest. As you inhale, push the heels up to the ceiling. As you exhale, draw the knees in. As you inhale, extend the legs away. If you want to, you can slide the feet away. That's easier. And exhaling, the arms are coming forwards. It is easier sliding the legs away, but you might choose to do that. That's your choice. The inhale, the arms are coming up. We'll just do this a few times. Exhale, press the back into the ground, draw the knees up. This is exhaling. Inhaling, pushing the heels to the ceiling. Extending the backs of the legs. Exhaling, drawing these into the body. Inhaling, extending the legs away. And exhaling, arms are coming forwards and closing down the movement. So the way to remember whether it's inhale or exhale, the inhale is the expansive movement. So we're expanding because our arms are coming up and we're expanding. The exhale, the knees come in. We're getting smaller. The inhale, we're extending the backs of the legs, expanding on an inhale, drawing the legs in again on an exhale, and then inhaling, extending, so the legs go away. And then exhaling, the arms come forwards. Let's do this one more time. Inhaling, arms coming up. Full inhale, exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, extend the backs of the legs, push the heels up to the ceiling. Exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, extend the legs away. Exhale, arms coming forwards through space. Good. And we'll just end there, that little sequence. And then we'll draw the knees up again, because it's always nice to have a little moment, ease out the back. Then place the feet, soles of the feet on the ground, close to the buttocks. And their hips width apart and parallel. We're going to come into a moving bridge. So get yourself nice and comfortable. Tuck the chin in tightly. This is not just slight, it's tightly. We're trying to get the chin to meet the chest. Palms are flat down. Make sure the shoulders are down away from the ears. Now as you inhale, you're going to lift the hips off the ground. And as you exhale, you're going to roll down from the top of the spine down through the back to the base of the spine. And then we're going to roll up again, inhaling, opening the front of the body as you inhale, and exhaling, rolling down. And again, we're really trying to slow and deepen the breath, keep the movement slow, steady, and even, and rolling down. Releasing the back. If you want to, you can move the arms as well. So you can inhale, lift the arms up, and exhaling, roll the spine down. The arms are coming forward. We're trying to make the back reach the ground at the same time as the hands finally reach the ground. So this will require a little bit more focus, because the movement of the arms is going to have to be a bit faster. So that's going to require a little bit of coordination, which is good. Gives the mind a job to do. Also, just checking that your thighs are neither splaying out nor coming together. We really want to keep those thighs even and steady. So it's almost a slight squeezing, almost squeezing together to prevent them from rolling out. So with or without the arms, it's fine. Breathing in to lift, open the front of the body, and exhaling, rolling down. Let's do one more of these, and we'll hold this time, inhaling and a lift. If you want to, if you would like this and you're able to, you can draw the shoulders close together and interlink the fingers, pressing the whole of the back of the arms to the ground. Lifting and pushing into the feet, using the arms to press into as well. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Keep lifting the chest towards the chin. Keep taking the knees away from you to the wall opposite. One more breath in. Take the arms away if you're holding them, and roll the spine down. See how that feels to release that, and then counter pose, hugging the knees. Have a little rock and roll side to side. Okay, take the hands behind the knees. Then we're going to rock along the length of the spine. Unless this feels painful. If it feels painful, it's not comfortable for everybody. If it feels painful, then just rock side to side. And we're going to come up to seated. So you can either come up to seated by rocking up or rolling onto the side and coming up to seated. We're going to come to all fours, actually, and then we'll switch. So all fours. This is probably the most demanding part of this session. So we're going to come to a high point, and then we're going to just soften everything up again. So let's just see. We're going to move the spine in a nice flowing way. So inhaling, just checking the hands underneath the shoulders, like a tabletop, knees underneath the hips, and there's space between the knees and space between the hands. Spread the fingers wide, soften the elbows so you're not locking. Notice when you lock the elbows, shoulders thrust forward. So we want to have that nice and open so the chest can be open. As you inhale, you're looking forwards, opening the chest, shoulders going back. As you exhale, the tailbone tucks under first of all, and it rolls up, you arch up through the spine, still breathing out, and then sit back into the heels. Now bring the forearms down to the elbow and lead with your eyes. The inhale draws you forwards, inhaling all the way up, and you see the chest is nice and wide again. And then the exhale begins, tucking the tailbone under, arching up through the spine, chin comes to the chest, looking back towards the feet as you finish that exhale, sitting back into the heels, forearms down. So your eyes are close to the mat, but they're drawing forwards. That the eyes lead you on that inhale. And then we roll underneath, arching up to the spine, chin to the chest, sitting back into the heels. Just enjoy this beautiful flowing movements. And rather than seeing it as an inhaler, exhale, like one movement followed by another movement, see it as a flow. Try and make that circular, flowing, continuous movement. So there's no kind of end or beginning. It's just a constant circle, or spiral if you like. Feel that spiraling movement, inhaling. And the breath is really deep and strong and long. Really breathe everything out, squeeze back, sit back, and then the eyes leading you, inhaling, lifting you up. The inhale lifts you, and the exhale, we're just coming into ourselves. So it's kind of also an expansive, uplifting, open chest, and then we're kind of curling into ourselves and going into ourselves. So expansion and contraction. Both are important. One more, inhaling, tucking the tail underneath, arching up through the spine, sit back into the heels. We'll slide the hands away, bring the forehead to the ground. And just take a few breaths here, really releasing. So the more you can sit back into the heels, the more we can extend the back. You can even make little claws with the hands if you want to get a bit more expansion into the back of the shoulders. And just feeling the ribs expanding the ribs. Strong inhale. And let's do some releasing breath out through the mouth now. So inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling out through the mouth. Sit deeply back into the heels. Really release, let go. Continually letting go of the tension. There's always plenty of tension to let go of. We can just keep going. Even making some sound with that out breath, sighing out. And let's just move a little more. So keeping the hands in front of us, spread the fingers wide, engage the whole palm of the hand with the ground. Inhaling, coming up to all fours. Exhaling, taking the hips forward, opening the chest, shoulders down away from the ears. And we'll keep continually moving. So move within your range, what your spine's range is. Sit back into the heels. And the inhale lifts us, fills us with energy. Exhale, opening the front of the body, looking up to the ceiling, opening across the front of the chest. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, sitting back. So we're getting this beautiful flow again, breathing and moving. Inhaling, checking the fingers are spread wide. Good. Inhale. And exhaling. Let's do a couple more of these. Inhaling. And exhaling. Open the chest. Keep the shoulders. Make sure the shoulders aren't by the ears. They're really going down. And then inhale. And exhale. Sit back into the heels. Bring the forehead to the ground. Or if you prefer, you can put your head in the back of the hands. And then sweep the hands back into the pose of the child if your hands are free. Back of the arms on the ground. Let the shoulders flop forwards. Let's see if we can release the jaw and the mouth and lips and tongues a little bit. The tongues, I think we've only got one. So let's breathe into the nostrils and make the sound like a horse sound. Just releasing the mouth, lips and tongue. Breathing in. Yeah, let it go. And one more of those, breathing in through the nostrils. Making some sound. And then we're just coming up to kneeling briefly, just to check how your kneeling is going. How is that kneeling position? Take a moment there, and then we're just going to come into, let's do a couple of things here. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together here and have a little rock side to side. So we're opening the hips a little bit here. Have a little rock side to side, holding the feet together, either holding, you can hold the toes if you want, or hold the ankles. Have a little rock. Yeah, just enjoying that feeling. Rocking very nice, easing the body. And the soles are close together, connected, and also close to the groin if you can. Like I said, you can hold onto the toes if that's okay for you, or you can hold the ankles if that's better. We're trying to sit up tall. So we're trying to imagine you're taking the shoulder blades back. Imagine there's a wall behind you and you're pressing those shoulder blades to the wall and also the back of the neck. So back of the head rather, the back of the neck is long. And you should feel that as you lift the chest, you should feel the front of the body lengthening and also feel the abdominals engaging. So we're just feeling that. And then we're just going to flutter like a butterfly. The knees just bobbing up and down a little bit, just a little bit of release for the hips. Yeah, and then just let them release, soften, bring the soles of the feet to the ground, hug the knees, let your back round now, bring the face to the knees, hug yourself, breathing into the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth, let it go. With every sigh, with every sound, letting go. Letting go of anything that's been creating tension for you today or this week. Letting go of any worries, any concerns, any negative thoughts or feelings any storm clouds. We just breathe it out, let it go, help it move along its way. And we'll just make a nice cosmic egg here, as it's a nice position to do so. So we've been rounded. Now we're going to lift the chest and take the shoulders back and sit tall again, pressing the chest forwards, and then we come up onto the toes, and then we lift the toes off the ground in the cosmic egg. So it's a little balance. I'm breathing, taking the shoulders back. The neck is in line with the spine as much as possible. So chin is slightly tucked in. Just feel that sense of balance. You might want to just close your eyes just to see, how does it feel to be floating in the cosmos? Little egg. Yourself as a little egg. Yeah. A little planet in itself, connected with all the other planets. And then release. I'm just going to slide the legs away, bounce the knees up and down. And we'll just do a little seated forward bend before we lie down. I'm just going to, it's kind of quite nice inward movement. So we just take the fleshy part away from the buttocks there. Legs together, toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Sitting nice and tall, we inhale, look up at the hands, stretch the fingers up. Exhale, take the chest forward. Try and lead with the chest rather than the hands. So taking the chest forward, leading. The arms are just moving through space, so we're not reaching. We're just letting them move through space. The chest is reaching. The chest is reaching for the toes. The toes are right there in front of it. And also you're looking at the toes. We're not looking at the knees. It'd be impossible for the chest to look at the toes if you're looking at the knees, because your chest will be looking at the knees as well. But we direct everything forwards. Notice the difference between this, curved back, lengthened, and it's much more challenging. And you won't be able to go as far forward, which is what we're always trying to do, trying to reach some kind of idea of a goal. But instead, we just keep relaxing down, breathing in, come away a little bit from those legs. And then as you breathe out, you take the chest forwards towards the toes, keeping them in connection. Breathing. Stay with it. One more breath in. And breathing out. Then just walk the hands up the legs. Take the hands behind you, fingers pointing forwards. And lift the chest. Lift the chest, look up at the ceiling, open the chest, pressing into the hands there, and then release. I'm going to lay the body down now. So readjust. It's kind of traveled a little bit, as they do. They have a little life of their own there. We're going to lay down slowly. This is really, honestly, the last bit of real effort. So we'll make it a bit of effort. When we do this bit of effort, so you're lowering down slowly, you're breathing in and out the whole time. So we're using a bit of, you're going to feel this in your abdominals. But the good thing about this, making the effort before you lie down, means that when you are finally laid down, it's going to feel so much better. So make the effort and then feel the release and the relief as you lay down in Shavasana. Just finishing up here, because it'll probably be very nice to have another little kind of rock and roll here on the lower back. Have a little rock and roll, side to side. Yeah, let's extend the legs up to the ceiling, arms up to the ceiling, and we'll just rotate the wrists and ankles, just to feel a sense of the back on the ground and the lightness of the limbs, rotating in the other direction. Hug the knees again, place the soles of the feet on the ground, slide the legs away. I'm just laying still. And we're just going to chant the mantra Om 3 times here, just to really settle the body. And if you want to, when we're chanting the mantra Om, you might want to place your hands on your body. I felt a feeling I wanted to put my hands on my body where it might need a bit of extra support or healing. It could be that they go under the body, maybe underneath the back of the lower back, maybe on the hips, on the belly, on the heart, eyes, throat, anywhere you feel you need that. Might want to close the eyes, take a deep breath in through the nostrils. 3 Oms. Let your sound out. Ah. And we're going to come into our Yoga Nidra now. So you might need to put some socks on, get a blanket near you, whatever you feel you might need. I'm going to use my blanket, definitely. It's cooler now, so now we get the joy of having blankets. May as well take advantage of that. Definitely suggest a blanket, even if you're not super cold. You will cool down. So take a moment if you need to go and find one. And it just feels nicer. You feel more secure and more cozy. And you may as well really make the most of this time. Give yourself fully committing to this Yoga Nidra, to the relaxation. Okay. So I'll give you a few moments to do that. You might also want to put a cushion underneath your knees. You might want to raise your knees slightly off the ground. This might create a little bit more ease for the lower back. And either have the head on the ground, but keep the face pointing towards the ceiling rather than on one side. And you might want to maybe a small cushion, a thin cushion, or a folded blanket, maybe underneath your head, but if you find that's helpful for you. So we're going to practice Yoga Nidra. Getting ready, lying in Shavasana, the corpse pose, letting the body slowly relax, making yourself as comfortable as possible. Putting space between the feet, letting the feet fall out to the sides so the hips can relax. Ideally with the arms away from the body, the palms facing the ceiling. The back of the neck is long, the chin is slightly tucked in. So making any last minute adjustments of your clothing, of the blanket, of anything you need, maybe even covering the eyes if you have something to cover your eyes. That sometimes helps, or turning off lights. Take some time. Really make yourself fully comfortable so that you don't feel distracted by your body and that you might need to move. So now we're remaining still throughout the practice. Eyes are closed, and keep them closed throughout the practice. We don't need to see anything now. The practice of Yoga Nidra is the act of hearing and the act of feeling. Hearing and feeling. These are the only important factors. In Yoga Nidra, we are functioning on the level of awareness, plus the level of listening. And I will be talking you through this practice the whole time, keeping you safe and guiding you. So you always have my voice to focus on throughout, something for your mind to focus on, so the body can do what it needs to do, relax and release. So say to yourself mentally, I will not sleep, I shall only listen to the voice. I will not sleep. Give yourself some time to become calm and steady. And notice if you have busy thoughts, lots of thoughts, a busy mind, and just letting that happen without attaching your attention to these thoughts. Just let them come and go. Don't try and stop them, block them. Don't try and be blank. Don't try so hard to relax. Just let that happen. Just keep listening to my voice. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, feel calmness spreading throughout the body. And as you're breathing out, say to yourself mentally, relax, let go. Let go everything. Release all tension. Become aware of sound. Become aware of the sounds in the distance. Become aware of the most distant sounds that you can hear. Just listening and searching out distant sounds, following them for a few moments, moving your attention from sound to sound. Gradually drawing your attention into closer sounds, maybe just the sounds inside the building you're in. The sounds of the room you're in. Sounds of your own body, your own breath, your own heartbeat. Becoming aware of sound. Now develop your awareness of the room you're in. Without opening your eyes, visualize the walls, the ceiling, the floor, your body lying on the floor. See your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the existence of your body, your physical body lying on the floor. Total awareness of your body lying in perfect stillness. Your body is lying on the floor. Develop your awareness of all the physical meeting points between the body and the floor. Become aware of the breath. Become aware of the natural breath. Become aware of the deep, natural, spontaneous breath. Without trying to change it or interfere with the breath, just watching the natural process of the breath coming in and out. And keep on listening to me and know that you are breathing. The practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. Say mentally to yourself, I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. I will not sleep. I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. This is the time to make your resolve. A simple resolve, what we call a sankalpa, an intention. Positively framed sentence of words. Please choose that sankalpa, that intention now, stating it clearly with feeling and awareness to yourself 3 times. Now the rotation of consciousness, rotating your consciousness through the different centers of the body. As quickly as possible, we move the awareness from point to point. So as I direct you around the body in a very specific order, you can bring your awareness to that body part. And if you wish, you can also repeat the name of that body part after me. The practice begins with the right side of the body. Bring your attention to the right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the waist, right hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Left side of the body, left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the waist, left hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bring your attention to the back of the body. Right shoulder, left shoulder. Right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade. Right buttock, left buttock. The length of the spine. The whole of the back together. Bring your attention to the front of the body. The top of the head. The forehead. Right eyebrow, left eyebrow, eyebrow center, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, the nose, the tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, center of the chest, navel, abdomen, lower abdomen, whole of the right leg, whole of the left leg, both legs together, whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, both arms together, whole of the back, whole of the front, whole of the head together, legs, arms, back, front, head, together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together. Develop awareness of the whole body and become aware of the space occupied by the body. Become aware of the body and this space that is occupied by your body. Body and space. Become aware of the whole body and the floor. The whole body in relation to the floor. And at the same time, become aware of the meeting points of the body and the floor. Feel the meeting points between the back of your head and the floor. Shoulder blades and the floor. The elbows and the floor. The back of the hands and the floor. The buttocks and the floor. The calves and the floor. The heels and the floor. Awareness of all the meeting points between the body and the floor. A sensation of all these points simultaneously, evenly. Go on feeling these points clearly and distinctly. Please do not sleep. You're practicing Yoga Nidra. Switch your attention to the eyelids. Feel the narrow line of meeting between the upper and lower eyelids. Feel the sharp points where they meet. Intensify your awareness between the eyelids. And then the lips. Center your attention on the line between the lips. The space between the lips. From the lips, we go to the breath. Draw your attention to the natural ingoing and outgoing breath. Feel the breath moving along the passage between the navel and the throat. On inhalation, it rises from the navel to the throat. On exhalation, it descends from the throat to the navel. Be completely aware of the respiration. Navel to throat, throat to navel. Don't try to force the breath. Just awareness. Maintain your awareness and at the same time start counting your breaths backwards as follows. I am breathing in 21. I am breathing out 21. I am breathing in 20. I am breathing out 20. I am breathing in 19. I am breathing out 19. And so on from 21 to 1. Count to yourself mentally as you follow the rise and fall of your breath from navel to throat and back again. Total awareness of breathing and counting. The breathing is slow and relaxed. Now let go of the counting and bring your awareness to the following sensations. Heaviness. Awaken the feeling of heaviness in the body. The feeling of heaviness. Become aware of heaviness in every single part of the body. You're feeling so heavy that you are sinking into the floor. Awareness of heaviness. Awareness of heaviness. Lightness. Awaken the feeling of lightness. Awaken the feeling of weightlessness. A sensation of lightness and weightlessness in all parts of the body. Your body feels so light. Your body feels so light that it seems to be floating away from the floor. Awareness of lightness. Cold. The experience of cold. Awaken the experience of bitter cold in the body. Cold all over the body, in every part of the body. Your feet feel very cold. Your hands feel very cold. Your legs and arms and torso, cold. Your head is cold. Awareness of coldness. Awareness of cold. Heat. Awaken the sensation of heat. Awaken the experience of heat. The whole body is hot. The whole body is hot. You feel hot all over. Hot hands, hot feet, hot arms and legs, hot head and body. Whole surface of the skin is hot. Inside the body is hot. Awareness of heat. Pain. The experience of pain. Concentrate and try to remember the experience of pain. Any pain you've experienced in your life, mental or physical. Recollect the feeling of pain. Allow it. Investigate it. A feeling of pain. Pleasure. Recollect the feeling of pleasure. Any kind of pleasure, physical or mental. Recollect this feeling and relive it fully. Make it vivid and real. Allow the feeling of pleasure to expand throughout the body. Awaken the feeling of pleasure, a real feeling of pleasure. Check that you are awake. Notice if you are drowsy or sleepy. And say to yourself, I am awake. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Withdraw your mind and concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyes. Imagine before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinite space. A space that extends as far as the eyes can see. Concentrate on this dark space and become aware of any phenomena that manifests within it. Whatever you see is the manifesting state of your mind. Continue your awareness of this space, but do not become involved. Practice detached awareness only. Now with your inner vision, bring to mind the following imagery. Imagine that it is very early morning, still dark, and you're walking through hills, climbing up towards some mountains. You are alone. You are walking east, and if you look back, you can see a crescent-shaped moon low in the sky. Soon the sun will rise over the mountains ahead. Far below in a valley, the lights of a small town twinkle through an early morning mist. The track twists back and forth on the side of a steep slope. It winds between huge boulders and over bridges, suspended across deep chasms. A gap between two hills gives a glimpse of a huge snow-covered mountain ahead. The pale sky behind it heralds the dawn. You climb up through snow. It makes a crunching sound as you break the surface and sink in. A glacier lies across your path. There are creaks and groans of moving ice as you quickly move across. Near the top of the mountain, it becomes very cold. Winds howl around your body and snatch at your clothes. Snow and ice cling to your shoes. You reach the top, and a magnificent scene reveals itself before your eyes. To the east, a vast range of snow-covered peaks and dark valleys. To the west, hills leading to rolling plains and the sea. Intensify your imagination and visualize this scene. See the sun rise like a golden ball in the east, scattering rays of golden light off snow that dazzles your eyes. Sweep your eyes around the sky. To the west, it is still grey. Above you, blue. To the east, a delicate pink as it nears the sun. Watch the sunlight strike the tops of mountains and move down their sides. Deep valleys emerge as the shadows retreat. You sit with legs crossed and contemplate this grand scene. The dawn of a new day. Let yourself experience this for some time. Let your mind flow freely with this experience. Bring your awareness back to the dark space that you see in front of your closed eyes. Watch the darkness that you see before you very carefully, with detachment, without becoming involved. Rest your mind in this warm and friendly darkness. If any subtle phenomena manifests, for example, colors or patterns, symbols or images, simply take note of these and continue with your awareness. If thoughts occur, let them come and go, but continue watching the dark space. Continue this with detached awareness. Now remember your resolve, your sankalpa. Repeat the same sankalpa you made at the beginning of the practice, in the same words and with the same attitude. Repeat your sankalpa now, 3 times clearly, with feeling and emphasis. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Mandanat Mricho Makshya Mamrita. Become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your natural breathing. Awareness of breathing and awareness of relaxation. Develop awareness of your physical existence, your arms and legs, and your body lying stretched out on the floor. Become aware of the meeting points between your body and the floor. Develop awareness of the space you're in, the room, the noises in the room and the noises outside the room. Take your mind out. Allow it to become completely external. And lying quietly for a few moments, giving yourself time to adjust. With your eyes closed, just gently start moving your body, stretching and deepening your breath, slowly waking the body, waking up slowly, breathing deeply, taking your time, no hurry. Taking your time, when you're ready, slowly moving yourself up to seated in your own time, in an easy, easeful way, when you're awake. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Hari Om Tat Sat. So we return, coming back to seated in your own time. Take your time. Have a look around, eyes opening. Look around the familiar space you're in, and this familiar body. We're feeling the edges of our body, rubbing the arms and legs, looking at ourselves. The face, maybe, wherever you feel, I just want to feel my body and be grateful for this body as it is right now in this life. Gratitude, appreciation for ourselves. Appreciation for being here and taking care of ourselves. And this act of love. So we're going to just have a nice little moment here, rubbing the palms together vigorously, create some heat and energy between the hands. Just focus that energy and we bring it to the heart center, one hand on top of the other, close the eyes. And we just allow this space to open and receive. Bring to mind a person or people that you want to connect with, that you love, that you want to send healing to or be connected with in this moment, living or not living. Just allow them to come into that heart space and connect heart to heart. Just enjoying that moment of connection and receiving whatever love, healing, or wisdom there is for you. Good. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace will be with you all of us, this weekend. Thank you for joining me. It's really lovely.